Have you ever noticed that just when things start to shift in your life, people begin to walk away? Conversations fade, relationships fall apart, and circles you once depended on suddenly feel empty. It can feel confusing, even painful, because you don't understand why the ones you needed most are the ones disappearing. But what if I told you, the separation is not a setback, it's a sign that something divine is unfolding, that before the breakthrough, God begins to separate. Every spiritual promotion is preceded by pruning. Every new season begins with release. Before God multiplies what's in your life, He subtracts what cannot stay. You see, the same God who opens doors also closes them. And sometimes, His greatest blessings begin with what feels like loss. 1. Separation comes to protect the promise. There are moments when God removes people not because they are evil, but because their presence could harm what He's birthing inside you. Think of Abraham before the promise of Isaac came. God told him to leave your country, your relatives, and your father's house. Why? Because not everyone connected to your past can handle your future. God knew that the voices of comfort would keep Abraham from walking by faith, and He knows the same about you. So when people walk away, don't always chase them. Sometimes their departure is God's direction. The people who leave when you're in transition aren't rejecting you, they're being released by heaven. Their season in your life has served its purpose, and now God is creating space for what's next. 2. Separation exposes what's real before breakthrough comes. God allows pressure to reveal purity. When you're stepping into destiny, not everyone around you is meant to go with you. Some relationships look loyal until testing arrives. Remember Jesus at the Last Supper, surrounded by 12. Yet one was preparing to betray Him. Even among the chosen, there was a separation, but that separation was necessary for the cross. And the cross was necessary for resurrection. In your own life, the exposure may hurt. You'll ask, why did they change? Why did they leave? But God says, because you prayed for growth, and growth cannot happen in crowded soil. When God exposes false support, He's not punishing you, He's protecting your elevation. Your destiny requires authenticity. Only those who can handle your calling can stay through the shaking. 3. Separation prepares you for greater dependence on God. There will be seasons when God removes every crutch, friends, plans, comfort, even opportunities. You'll look around and realize that all you have left is Him. But that's where real transformation begins. The Israelites couldn't depend on Egypt in the wilderness. They had to depend on daily manna from heaven. And maybe that's you right now. The familiar is gone, but provision still comes. That's how you know you're in divine transition. God removes what you lean on, so you'll finally lean on Him. He isolates to elevate. He empties your circle to fill your spirit. So don't mistake loneliness for abandonment. You're not being punished. You're being prepared. Because when your dependence shifts from people to presence, your strength becomes unshakable. 4. Separation aligns you for the blessing before the blessing comes. Alignment must happen. God can't pour new oil into old vessels. He can't bring kingdom relationships into a space still occupied by past distractions. Some of you are praying for divine connections while holding on to expired ones. You can't step into covenant while clinging to counterfeits. That's why separation feels so sudden, because obedience often requires urgency. When you finally release what's not aligned, heaven responds. Suddenly, doors open that were once locked. Peace replaces confusion. And you realize the loss didn't destroy you, it positioned you. 5. Separation is the last step before breakthrough. If your life feels empty right now, if everything seems to be falling apart, it might be because you're on the edge of something greater. Before Joseph reached the palace, he was stripped of his coat and thrown into a pit. Before David wore the crown, he lost his peace and lived in caves. Before Jesus rose in glory, he was left alone in the garden. So if you feel abandoned, misunderstood, or left behind, don't panic. Heaven often falls silent right before a major move. God is not ignoring you. He's orchestrating something you can't yet see. The pruning is painful, but it's proof that fruit is coming. You are not losing, you are being refined. Because before the breakthrough comes, separation begins. Final encouragement, child of God. The silence, the distance, and the empty spaces are not punishment. They are prophecy. You are being prepared for the next level of your calling one day soon. You'll look back and thank God for everyone who walked away, because their absence became the doorway to your blessing. Stay faithful, stay surrendered, because the same God who allowed the separation will soon reveal the blessing that made it all worth it.